guys, I'm standing here on some scaffolding because I want to show you what I found at my base. Now I'm doing a voiceover on this because derpy me forgot to actually record the audio. So I'm going to try to do the best I can as far as doing the voiceover. So this is what I found was left by Fizz. I'd actually got a heads up in Discord when he left a photo for me. He had stopped by my base to drop off some supplies that I needed for the the wall, as I now have a design. So here I'm talking about trying to figure out how I need to connect the wall to the two bridges and get it around the island, because the width of it is 7 blocks wide. So I have to figure out the logistics of trying to get that put in. But we do have a start, or do have a design, and I've actually been working on the super secret project that I've been talking about in a couple of other episodes. I have it about half done. So here I'm getting ready to head out to tour 3 more bases on the server today, and as I try to gather up all my scaffolding. We're going to head back over and start heading off to the portal to head off to our first base. And I decide to cut it instead of running through the nether, and then meet you over at the first base. Okay, so here we're outside of Mike DeCraft's nether tunnel. I wanted to show you his tunnel because he kind of had a different design I haven't seen yet. It's all gray. He used a combination of bricks and cracked brick and Dead Sea coral and gravel, and I like how he used all the different wall types that we have now. And the lanterns are a nice touch. And I just noticed watching this back that he actually used the different stair types there at the top as well. But I like some color in my builds, but I do like this just because it's different, and using all the different gray blocks. But we're running down the tunnel here to get down to his portal. And we're almost there. And when we go through this portal, I think I also talked a little bit about his theme build. He's a Star Wars fan, as I am as well, and he did one of the ships that you find in Star Wars, and I can't remember which one it is, but it's an enemy ship, I believe, if I remember correctly. But when we go through the portal here, we spawn in a balloon that Ninja did, and it's Mike's skin. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to get down, and then there's that, I don't know if that was an endermite or something crawling around down there, so I'm like trying to figure out how do I get down. I'm like, well, so I'm gonna try scaffolding because I don't have elytra. Well, I do, but I don't wear them because I'm not good at flying. But I do scaffolding, and I'm always, oh, that's right. It breaks on carpet, so that's not going to work. So I figured, okay, let's just jump down there, and then we'll figure out how to get back up. And then it dawns on me that he had slime blocks under there. So I'll go down the stairs and kind of turn around and show you the balloon and the stairway up. I like how he did that. I just wish there was an easier way to... Jumping down with the slime blocks is not so bad. It's just me trying to figure out how to get back up there since I don't use elytras. I haven't quite figured out how to use them or even master them. So I start heading over to the ship, and I see a zombie hanging out up there, and I thought, well, I better get him taken care of. It seems like every time I try to do these recordings, and then I notice the little calico cat. But it seems like every time I want to do these, it's always nighttime or raining. But I'm talking about how the ship was actually crash landed. Um, I know he's still working on the design because at some point he wanted to make it look like it crashed into the ground and then it was broke in half, and I'm not sure what all. But I like how he added the campfires to get the smoke and the fires to make it look like it basically that it was on fire from crashing into the ground. And then we just kind of tour around, and I noticed the cactus farm over there. And I know he has, that there with the fences and stuff, I think is a phantom farm of some kind. And then the furnaces that he had over here, I seen him do in a video. It's ran by, the fuel is bamboo, and he's got water sources that take it to where it needs to go. So I have up here, not sure where this is going to take me, and then I see this is where the bamboo farm is. And the slime blocks there is flying machines that Void had helped him put into when he wants to harvest the bamboo. He just turns that on and it flies back and forth and knocks the bamboo the tops off. So I see the scaffolding, so I go up here to see where this takes me. And it's kind of a long way up. I'm like, okay, chest. And then I realized this would be like maybe the cockpit area. I see it's got a few chests, and I just like the windows and how they go all the way around, and like you can see the smoke. So I take a peek out the windows. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then I see the front of the ship, and I'm wondering if there's more in the ship, but I'm not sure. I'm sure when I do these tours, I'm missing things. It's kind of hard to know where everything's at because, of course, you don't see the players traveling everywhere necessarily on their base, but you see clips, and so I see how he's got the scaffolding down, and I decide not to go down that way, but to go back the way I came. But it takes me a minute to realize where I came up at, and I'm like, oh, there it is. So then we head back down through the uh, down towards the bamboo farm again, and I kind of look around to see if there might be any other hidden doors that I may have missed. And I realized that's where we came up at, so I didn't want to go back down that way yet. But I go back this way just to see if there's any other hidden areas that maybe we missed. And I see some scaffolding over here, and I'm like, okay, there's a door out. So this is the back of the ship, basically. So and then I'm thinking, well, that must be all he has in this area right now. I know it took him quite a while to build the ship itself, and I know he's been working on doing some farms and stuff. So I decided to head out and wander around a little bit to see if there's anything that I could have possibly missed. What I thought was the back of the ship was actually, turns out to be the front of the ship. So I run out towards the front, hoping that no mobs sneak up behind me, just kind of get a look at the front. And I'm thinking, I really need to learn how to use elytra, because to do a flyby would have been really cool. So then I see these mobs over here, and I thought, well, let's just take these out just so I don't have to deal with them, because I didn't bring a sword or anything with me. All I have is my bow and my pick. And then, I don't like the creeper that's way off in the distance there. I didn't want to accidentally blow up anything. But I also wanted to see if there was anything else I may have missed. Now, I know there's one more drowned in there, but I can't get it. So I thought, let's try this creeper. And I'm like, nope. Then I seen the drown, and I realized it's a baby drown. I'm like, oh, great. So I'm like trying to get this baby, because they're just about as bad as baby zombies. And then I got him. So we could go around here, and I lose sight of the creeper. So that's why I'm kind of skirting around there a little bit, because like I said, I didn't want to blow up anything that he's worked on. And then I see the creeper pop up. So I have a hard time controlling my aim um, on the Bedrock Edition. On Java, I don't have so much trouble with it. It's the controls and the way you have to use the mouse, because it's touch screen, so you actually have to physically click the screen. That's why you get that round circle, because that's when you click on the screen to move around to look. So I'm just kind of wandering around here a little bit just to see if there may have been anything else I'd missed. And I didn't really notice anything. Like I said, I know he has a slime farm, but I decided to head out and head over to the next base. So here we are outside of Centronets, and I wanted to show you his tunnel because he carried the theme from his base through to his tunnel. And I noticed that it's not quite done yet, but he's been really busy with real life stuff and trying to get things worked out and back on schedule. So I don't think he's been on a whole lot. And then I realized there was a cat sitting there. I'm like, okay. But I know he's still trying to get things situated and get back into a normal schedule. I'm running down this tunnel and I realize, wait a minute, there is a ghast in this tunnel. And I'm thinking, I'm wondering if I could shoot it, because you know how just destructive ghasts are. So I take a few shots and realize I can't hit him. He's like glitched in the block, which is really weird because I've never seen this before. Like I said, take a few shots, realize that I can't hit him, and I'm like, okay, let's just run through here, maybe he won't see me, and he kind of disappeared, and it kind of freaked me out for a minute. I thought, what? So I turned back around, and he's there. So he's glitched in the ceiling somehow, but luckily he can't see, so I don't think I have to worry too much about him blowing anything up. Since tunnel has been blown up a couple of times when Minion left all those beds for him in the maze, and I know a couple of people accidentally hit beds and blew up the tunnels. So here we're going through the portal, and when you come out through Sense Portal, you're in a balloon that was done by Spider, and I know Minion helped build the balloon. And I'm trying to figure out how to get, because I know that area goes to his spawner, so I know that's not the way I wanted to go. And I look up here, and that's where he still got all of his villagers and stuff. So I'm thinking I might leave Sent a little gift for when he comes back, what he would need to cure those zombie villagers, and give him just a little bit. And I'm lamenting ladders here because I hate ladders. I always do that, trying to go up them. I get off to one side and end up falling off the ladder. But we finally get up here, and this is the under part of Sent's new build. The main reason why I wanted to come here was because Jen Gaming, he's an amazing builder. And he did a new series called Pimp My Minecraft, and Sent was the first one that Jen did, and I really loved how he put it all together. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Acacia, just because it's the planks especially are too orange to my liking. So, but I like the logs, the gray logs. I think they look really good. So here we're going around looking at the different things and the detail that Jen put into this, and the various chests and armor with armor, on armor stands, and just different places where you can put your supplies and whatnot, in the little kitchen area, and with put food in there and you have it dispense food. And I like the little water feature that Jen added. I think is really cool. I really like that. And it'd also be a really good source for infinite water for near a brewing stand or something like that. And I apologize, my cat is being extremely annoying today and will not hush. She wants out, but because I live on a busy road, we don't let our cats outside. So I was talking about how they got the anvils under the slabs to make it, kind of tucked and hidden. And I just like how I would have never thought to do, even though I've seen Ninja do it, put the leaves inside for decoration. I would have never really thought to have done that. So I'm really going to have to think about the towers and how to spruce them up a little bit because I don't have a whole lot in them. And then I realized this is the front door, so decide to head out front to see to give you a view of what it looks like from the outside. And at the time, I didn't think to go around the back of the house to show you the back of the house, but I really like the look and the way that Jen did the roof in the stairway up with the lanterns, and it just looks really, really awesome. Because even how it's raised up like a raised type courtyard, and I know around the outside there's like various gardens and stuff that Jen had put in, so you got like little patches of wheat and potatoes and that kind of thing. Then I was talking about how Cent will now have to spruce up all his farms, and this is where Jim put all of his stuff that was in his original base, and it's kind of all jumbled up now after the organizational fairies paid a visit and organized everything. So I was talking about maybe coming back over sometime, and though I did ask Sen if he needed help, he said he would get it, but I just might go ahead and come back over and start moving some stuff over for him so he doesn't have to worry about it and get things organized. Because I know how Sen is with his junk chests, and to me it drives me nuts being so disorganized and having to flip through chests looking for something. Now you got walkways up and down either side of that hall there, and this leads out to a balcony. And I forgot that Scent, if I can get through the door, that Colby had left Scent a beacon, and I go right over the rail, and I'm like, oh, that's right, the beacon has jump boost on it. I'm like, crap. So I head back in, and I head back up where we was at, and I just kind of wanted to look over the balcony, not jump over it. So then I was trying to figure out which way we'd gone. I'm like, oh, okay, there it is. So I go back out here, and I'm kind of a little leery because I don't, again, want to jump over the railing. I just wanted to look out over the top. I'm like, okay, I'm backing up here. So I about went over again. And I decided to stay back and not get too close and just kind of look around. I was talking about the little planter boxes, how they had the grass in it. And I normally wouldn't have thought to put grass in them, but flowers. So I like that, grass can give it some more look to it. Because I like how it looks when you look through the windows too, and you see the different heights of the grass and stuff. But I also do flowers on mine. I was talking about how he's got this nice brewing station set up here with a couple of chests to put his stuff for brewing, and I like how the netherwort was right there. So I was talking about how I might have to think about maybe moving my netherwort up to do something like that up there in the tower where my brewing area is. And then I was talking about here how we now have the new smoker and blast furnace, which would have been a nice addition there, and a little storage closet for probably whatever you would use most, I would imagine. So it's handy and close by. I decided to go, before going up that set of stairs, going around on the other side to see if there was anything that maybe we had missed over on the other side, because I didn't quite really go all the way around. And then I realized, oh, there's another little storage closet over here, which I like that, how Jen utilized all the space instead of just, filling it with blocks or just leaving it empty with nothing there. So here would be the main storage area. And I like how Jen added the you know, the double chest and the single chest, because sometimes you may not have, just need a single chest to put stuff in instead of a full double. And he's got the crafting table. There's where Sense would sleep the night with the armor stand, so it'd be like his little bedroom. And then we've got the enchantment area across the way with the bookcases and stuff. And so I wanted to go back in here and look up, because I wanted to see the top of the roof there, and I like that design. I like how Jen did the peaks, you know, the 3 different peaks. I don't know, I'm not good with the roof styles, so I really like how he did that. It looks really amazing. So we're going to head back down now. And I noticed there was some hidden lighting over there, which I always like hidden lighting, but I also like the lanterns as well. Now we're going to head back down to back towards the portal, and we got one more base that we're going to visit for this one. So I decided to head back down, go back to the portal, and meet you guys back up at the next base that we wanted to take a visit or tour of. So this is about where I leave it off. So now here we're outside of Dr. Jan Cyan's nether tunnel, and like I said, all the tunnels are definitely have been unique. This one has more of an open air feel, so he used fencing and gravel and just kind of logs randomly placed and leaves and the different kinds of stones and the vines. I really like the vines, how it kind of gives it that overgrown feel to it. I'm not too keen on the openness of it though, just because of ghast. I don't know if ghast can see through fencing to see a player, so I didn't want to spend too much time here, because I definitely didn't want anything to get blown up by a ghast, me or the tunnel there. So I just kind of hurry my way through and look for the portal. And I like how he added lanterns in there too as well. So here we go. We're going to step through the portal and see what we find as we step out. So I'm trying to look to see where I'm going. Sometimes going through a portal, it's hard to see what's on the other side, so you don't fall out or fall into a hole or into lava. And then here I noticed the chairs here. This was in a video I'd seen where Judd and Dr. Jan Cyan had a meeting. And I was talking about that and how he's got the vine farm there, which I was talking about how I needed to do that because I'm going to need some vines for landscaping. And I like how he uses the pumpkins for lighting, which I've done that, and I probably will do that when I start doing landscaping. So I noticed the little sugarcane farm there. And I was talking about when I noticed the bamboo, how I want to use some of the bamboo to landscape with, but I think I'm going to keep it from growing too tall, because those get pretty tall, I've noticed. And I noticed that over here, I've seen this platform in some of his videos, and his old mob farm up there, which broke in one of the updates, and I knew he'd been working on trying to figure out a different type of mob farm. And I think he said in Discord that he's close to getting a design. So I don't know if that's something that we may be seeing soon. So I start going over this way because I knew he had some villagers, and I thought, well, maybe they're in these little huts over here. So I see the one that's here, so I'm going to run over to go see, realize it's a cleric. So I'm like, okay, there's another one over here. I'm going to go here and see what this one is. But I couldn't figure out, there wasn't like an opening, an obvious opening. And it dawned on me, oh wait, there was trap doors. So And I was trying to remember which profession was the grindstone, and I couldn't remember off the top of my head. I just noticed the cat in there. I didn't see, oops, didn't mean to hit him. I was trying to see what type of villager he was. And we find out that he's a weaponsmith. So Jane's obviously been trading with him since he's at max level. I was started to say I didn't notice the cat that was down there in the corner when I was over there the first time. I was kind of looking to see what kind of enchanted tools he had there. And I just realized that that one sells a bow. I might have to pay his villager a visit for a bow. And I assumed that this little hut here was maybe for another villager later on. And then we got the crops, which I really liked how he did the little lantern pole there with lanterns all the way around it. So I want to do, we'll probably do some of that at my base with the light lamppost type things. So I'm just kind of looking around to see if there's anything else, I may have missed. When we had, I was talking about how I don't use that many pumpkins and melons, so I didn't really have a need for a massive melon and pumpkin farm. I just grow them like that naturally. Yep, I'm good at parkour there. Nope, I'm not. So, and I liked how you put the leaves in the water. I thought it looked really nice. I'm not sure what this is here. Oh, they're elevators. I can see that now because it looks like one was going up, one was going down. And then I see this little hut over here. Not sure what it is either. I'm like, okay, hidden lighting. And then I noticed it looks like a lead on the post back there. So I thought, well, maybe it's kind of like a little animal shelter or something. And these llamas with the wandering traders seem to appear everywhere. And then I noticed, okay, there's something back over here that I missed. And I'm thinking, I wonder if that was his slime farm. So I kind of carefully make my way over to peer over the edge, and I'm like, and I see the slime spawn. So, and I don't know if he's got that done or not, or if that's something he was still working on. But I know he does have a slime shop. So, kind of looking around to see if there's anything else I may have missed. And I know I had noticed something in the water earlier. So I thought, okay, I want to go down here and see what this is. And I'm like, oh, wow. So you kind of miss out on my initial reaction of seeing this since I didn't record the audio the first time. But I had seen a hint of this in one of Jan's videos. And I'm trying to get over here because I want to get a closer look at it. But I really like the design. And I realize it's going to be maybe an underwater base of sorts. But I really like the design of it with the lanterns and the prismarine. And it's obviously not done because you can see out there's like an outer wall. And I'm just kind of looking around, just looking at all the design, and I'm not good with sphere type shapes. So at some point I had mentioned about, I was thinking about season 2 for BrokeRock, if I get invited back for season 2, what type of build I wanted to do. And I was thinking of maybe a dome type build over maybe the ocean. We might, if I can get a Heart of the Sea, I might actually incorporate some of the ocean into that as well. So kind of like a marine biology, maybe station type thing. I'm not real sure yet. And then I had seen this wall and I wanted to go check it out. It's got glass in it and just looks really amazing. I know there were some drowns floating around in the water, and I didn't want to stay in there too long and have to deal with them because, like I said, I did not have any particular weapon outside of my bow, which does not work underwater. And then I noticed these over here, the snow golems and the iron golems. And I'm like, what's this? So I don't know if that may be part of his slime farm. I don't know, or maybe part of a new type of mob farm. I'm not sure. I just thought it. I'm thinking it's a mob farm of some kind that he's still working on, I would think. So this is probably about the point where I decide that it's time to head back and end this episode, because as always my episodes tend to be rather long, especially on these base tours. So this is where I head back towards the portal, getting ready to sign off for this episode, and we'll see you guys in the next one. And I sure hope you've enjoyed these tours. We might do one more because there are a couple other bases that I would like to visit. So, yep, this is where we're going to end it off. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the tours that we've done. And we will see you in the next episode. Bye.